Hey guys, it's Britt and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm so excited for today's video. I think I say that at the start of every video. But today we're whipping up a very special recipe. It's our Chickpea Piccata recipe, which is a favorite here, especially for special date nights or holidays. We love making this. And as I always say, it's so easy, so the whole family can love this. You don't have to spend long in the kitchen slaving away at stuff. It whips together really fast. It only takes minimal ingredients and it tastes so good. So chicken piccata used to be my go-to ordering out recipe before I was whole food plant-based and vegan. But now I love that I can make it healthy, whole food plant-based, minimal ingredients, and have fun with it. So this recipe is what we made last year on Valentine's Day. We were both in the kitchen. Mark is he does not make dinner. I'm always in the kitchen cooking. He's not a cook, but I was able to guide him to make this recipe because it's so easy and kind of help him along the way and teach him. So I had so much fun last year on Valentine's Day making this with him. And I'm really excited because I was able to squeeze this video out before Valentine's Day for you guys. So again, you don't have to be having this for Valentine's Day. It's just the time of year we're filming this. We do this anytime we want like a special date night dinner, something a little bit fancier than our typical dinners. And I just love it. It still feels like, you know, before whole food plant-based, right? So yeah, I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. If you guys have family that love chicken piccata, you can try this out on them. The flavors. We're going to make this 3 different steps. We're going to make the base, then the breading, and then we're going to do a lemon sauce, which is amazing, and it's just easy. So we're going to get started. So you need a food processor. I'm going to go through it step by step. So we're going to make the chickpea part, the chickpea batter, first, then we'll do the breading, then we'll do the sauce as it cooks in the oven. So in your food processor, and you can check out the show notes. So underneath this video, there's a little arrow which you can click on if you're on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe first. I really appreciate that. That helps me out a ton. Click down below. You'll see a bunch of things come out. I put out like our ebooks, our membership link, but then there's the recipe. So I just copy and paste it from our website right there. And then if you want to print this out, there's a link to the website, which there has a free printable PDF of all the recipes, as well as it includes grams now, or a Microsoft document if you want to use like a recipe app that I know some people like to do. So you can head down there now, but I'm going to show you how to whip it together because I'm a visual learner and I think seeing somebody do it is very helpful, as well as having the recipe in front of you, so you could have this playing in your kitchen on your phone or on your iPad or something like that while we cook, or on your laptop. Alright, so in our food processor, we're going to add in pretty much all the ingredients but the breading. Don't put the breading in. We're going to use that after. Just the chickpea piccata main ingredients. So it's around a 15 ounce can of chickpeas. Now I get no salt added chickpeas. You want to save the liquid. Don't dump it out. We're going to use the aquafaba for this recipe, but just go ahead and add the beans. You can rinse them. We're going to add the aquafaba back in, so if you want to skip that step, it really doesn't matter. I'm in a habit of rinsing my beans, but for this recipe, since it's all getting blended together, you don't really have to. Just make sure you save the liquid. I'm going to go into that. So the chickpeas from the can, add into your food processor. Now I saved 6 tablespoons of the aquafaba. My can had a little bit more than that, so I do measure it out. Your can might have a little bit less. You just have to kind of see each can. Usually when I measure out, our cans are slightly different. So 6 tablespoons of the aquafaba, which is that liquid from the can. That goes right in. That's going to be kind of the glue that helps bind everything together. I also have 1 cup of oat flour. Now these are just rolled oats that you processed in a high-speed blender to make a flour. You can get gluten-free oats or regular oats, whatever you want to do for that. So this can be a gluten-free recipe. That's 1 cup. that's pretty much the main bulk of the recipe. Super easy. Up next is our seasonings. So in here I have a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, or you can get a pizza seasoning blend. Either or works. I have 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. I have half of a teaspoon of turmeric. This is going to give it more of the chicken piccata coloring to this, but also a great way to sneak it in. So a pinch of black pepper, and then I have some miso paste as well that we're going to add in. So 1 teaspoon of white miso paste. And that's it for the batter, right? You could also add red pepper flakes if you want this a little bit spicier. Sometimes Italian seasonings or pizza seasonings have that, so just make sure you read through the label. And that's going to be the base. So we're going to blend this until it's nice and smooth. You're just looking for those chickpea to really just become a sticky consistency. Now this batter is very sticky, so just a heads up, it's supposed to be. But we're going to bread it, which will make it easier when we go to put it in the oven. So I will see you guys when this is blended, and then we'll talk about the breading. Pretty easy for a special dinner, right? Okay, that took no time at all. I will post a picture of it on the screen. You just want everything to be really well blended together. Now we're going to go to the breading station. So you can line a baking sheet with parchment paper. That's what I like to do. It helps nothing stick, which is awesome because, again, we're not using any oil. Now over to your breadcrumbs. I've made this with whole wheat breadcrumbs in the past. You could use gluten-free breadcrumbs, but, and this is not sponsored, I bought this with my own money, I found a really cool product, and we're going to kind of do a test to see if it works with you guys on camera. I have never used it before, but I found these. I was searching for breadcrumbs that were oil-free. Generally, I buy the 365 whole wheat breadcrumbs, but I have not been able to find them in quite some time in the store. So I was searching for stuff that, that was clean, ingredients, didn't have a lot. It's very hard with breadcrumbs. You could, of course, make your own. But I came across these awesome ones called Vegify. But they are literally just this one, the red one, which I thought would be nice for Valentine's Day, so that's what I'm going to do today. It's just red beet and potatoes. Those are the only ingredients. So all whole foods. This one is purple carrot and potatoes. So there's a purple one, which these could be really fun for Easter as well as Valentine's Day. And then there's a regular kind of, breadcrumb colored yellow one that's carrot and potato and turmeric. They all don't have no added salt, no added oil. I will post their website down below. I don't have a code because they have no idea who I am. I just bought the 3-pack on their website, waited for it to arrive. Thankfully, it came in time for Valentine's Day for this video, but they look really awesome. So I'll post a picture on the screen up close, but this one is a red, dark red color, so I'm hoping it'll be perfect for Valentine's Day. We're gonna try it out, but could be a really cool option. So these would be gluten-free and pretty much everything free. They're gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, rich in fiber, and kosher is what the bottle says. So whatever breadcrumbs you want to use, it's around a half a cup. I put a little bit more in this bowl just so you guys could visually see it, but around half a cup is perfect for this amount. I also like to season my breadcrumbs. So breadcrumbs on its own are going to be very plain tasting. So I like to add a little bit of Italian seasoning or pizza seasoning to my breadcrumbs. There's some in the batter, but also you can flavor your breading. So this is 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning I have here today. I'm going to mix it up. That'll just add a little bit of extra flavor to these. A little note. Alright, so now this part is kind of sticky, so make sure you have clean hands. We made this again for Valentine's Day, so it was really fun to kind of do together. But the batter is going to be a little bit sticky until you add the breading. Now, typically you would do a dredging station with maybe a plant milk. This is such a sticky batter, you don't need that, so skip that step. You don't even need, we can just put them right into the breadcrumbs. So I like to grab, you can get, you get around anywhere from 4 to 6 kind of patties out of these, depending on how thin you like to make them, or how big you like to make them. You can make them a lot smaller and get a lot more. This is very similar to our chickpea nugget recipe, which I'll link above. So you could do them kind of nugget style. It's up to you. What I like to do is I like to just take, you know, around, you know, and it's actually not like, it's not, some of it's sticky, but once you kind of play with it in your hands, it's not like crazy. I like to take like a little round guy. It's not really a sign, maybe half a cup, maybe a little bit less. And then I like to take it in my hands, kind of like Play-Doh, and just kind of press it out. You don't want to play with it too much because, again, it does get kind of sticky. Once it's kind of the shape, see there, now it's a little sticky. Once it's kind of the shape that you quickly want to make it, I like to put it in the breadcrumbs, and I'm just gonna bread it quickly. You want to pack it down with your hands so it sticks. And I'm hoping this looks really cool for Valentine's Day, because again, I'm using the beet one. And this is going to give it a little bit of crunch. And then you can add it to your baking sheet and continue on. So I will see you guys in the next step. Go ahead and form all of your patties. This is just a really fun recipe. I always try to make this around a certain holiday. We also have a chickpea parm coming out soon, which is very similar, but I'm excited to share that one with you because these were kind of my go-to things when I ordered out, especially for like Valentine's Day or anytime we went out for like an anniversary. But I will see you guys when this is all done. Take a moment. It is a little bit sticky, but that's okay. Once it's in there in your breading, you really can get everything to stick, and then it's quite a mess. I'll see you guys when it's all ready. And there you have it. I like to make them on the thinner side, but I got 6 massive Chickpea Piccatas now. I love this because, again, it's so cute for Valentine's Day that they're red. But if it wasn't Valentine's Day, and in the past, I usually just use whole wheat breadcrumbs, or you could just get the carrot, turmeric, and potato one that's more like traditional coloring for breadcrumbs. I think if you're gonna serve people not on Valentine's Day, especially maybe family members that aren't plant-based, stick with something that looks more what they're familiar with. But the red and the purple are kind of fun, so I don't know, maybe you want to try out the 3-pack. Anyway, these go into the oven at 350 degrees, and they're going to cook for around 30 to 40 minutes. I generally will flip these halfway through gently. If you forget to flip them, it's fine though, it turns out. So if you forget about it, it'll be okay. Around 30 minutes, definitely go check on them so they don't overly brown. I will see you guys when they're done. Again, 30 to 40 minutes in your oven, and you can get everything else for the meal ready. So generally when we serve these, I like to make a big salad. I also like to make any kind of whole grain pasta because it goes really well, kind of like traditionally how it's served. So I have an einkorn pasta that I really like lately that we'll do maybe, you know, angel hair or fettuccine or whatever style pasta you like. And then we also like to do some steamed broccoli or some other kind of greens in there as well. And we're gonna make the sauce while this cooks. That's super easy. So if you even just need a lemon sauce for anything, it doesn't have to be this, you can use it for something else, maybe for veggies or something else you want to make. I'm gonna show you how to do that while we wait for this to cook. But super easy and simple and fun, and it just turns out so good. So I will see you guys in a second. I'm gonna pop these into the oven and we'll make the sauce. All right, my chickpea piccata is in the oven. So let's make the delicious lemon sauce. So now this really is similar to a gravy. It's kind of like a roux that we're gonna make on the stovetop. So get your small saucepan, okay? I'm not gonna show it to you on the stovetop just for how my kitchen is set up. When we move, which will be soon, you guys will see the new kitchen and then I'll be able to show you, but just get a saucepan. We're gonna add everything for the lemon sauce into it. So again, you can get this on our website or down below in the show notes, but it's two tablespoons of oat flour. So grab a little bit of extra oat flour that you made. half a cup of vegetable broth. I have a oil-free vegetable broth here. Really simple. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And then I have onion and garlic powder. They're half of a teaspoon each. And your white miso, you can leave this out until like the end when you remove it from the stove, and then just gently stir it in so it doesn't lose all of the probiotics that you're going to have. It's up to you. So there's half of a teaspoon of white miso paste. Again, you can just stir that in once it's off of the burner. That's optional, but I do like to, it seasons it and flavors it a little bit. You also could leave this out if you don't want to use white miso. Okay, this is just gonna make sure all of the oat flour is really dissolved well, so you just want to whisk it or stir it until everything is really nice, a thick lemon sauce. I will post a picture of it on the screen how it looks, but I'm gonna cook this probably closer to when it's done. So this doesn't take long. It takes literally only a couple minutes. You can just have everything in the pan ready to go. You could make it ahead of time and just heat it. I really like it warm served on top, but there's so many different ways to do this. You could, you don't have to have it on a pasta. You could do it on something else. The lemon sauce goes great over vegetables, so you could save it for a different recipe. If you like a lot of sauce, you could double this recipe. I think this makes just a beautiful amount for the topping of your piccata. But again, if you want to like drench everything in and you want it to be the sauce for maybe your noodles, you could definitely double it. There's no right or wrong way. And then other things that you could add too is that you could add capers to this to make it more traditional. If you do get capers, I do suggest like really rinsing them. Capers are really salty, so yeah, you might just want to rinse them pretty thoroughly or let them soak and rinse them while everything else is cooking. And I also like to serve it with extra lemon wedges. I think lemon really brightens this dish. So usually I'll slice up a lemon and serve it on a big platter. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys when everything finishes. I hope you guys will make this for Valentine's Day or any other special event coming up in your life. Or if you just love chicken piccata, this is such a healthier option than the traditional one. Chickpea piccata is just full of fiber and all the good stuff, and you can still have all those amazing flavors that you loved pre-whole food plant-based. So I will see you guys when it finishes. Everything is done, but I do have to run in about 20 minutes to a Plant-Based Pittsburgh cooking class that I'm helping teach today. So this is really going to be dinner for tonight for us. So I'm just going to move our patties, and they like hold up so well. Did you guys see that? I can pick it up. Into a serving platter, and then we'll reheat it tonight when we make maybe some of that I-corn pasta with some steamed greens or maybe a chopped salad and some broccoli. But this is great. So I have everything done. I can just heat back up the lemon sauce, make all of the other items, reheat these just for a minute or so in the oven, and we are ready for Valentine's Day dinner. So this is great to make ahead. And it just turned out so beautiful with the red breadcrumbs, which really are beet and potatoes. All right, I will post a picture on the screen up close of how it turned out. They are beautiful. So excited for tonight. I did take one of the smaller ones so I could try it on camera. I already know how good this is, but you guys can see it's nice and crispy. Like, so good. Nice crunch. Love it. With the lemon sauce, it's just a 10 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe if not. I will see you guys soon for the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Definitely make this. Let us know in the comments if you make it. Gotta run and teach this class.